Hey everybody, I'm in Steamtown in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And you can see the big boy behind me, and you know, it's always cool to see this big boy. It's been beautifully cosmetically restored, but she's not the star of the show today. Today the star is the nickel plate Berkshire, a 284, number 759, and she turns 80 this month. So it's kind of cool that she shares a birthday in the same month my channel does. So let's go inside and see what's happening in the Railfest. There we go. No trip to Steamtown be complete without a nice shot of the big boy. Here we have the beautifully repainted SD70 Ace Lackawanna Heritage Unit.
Demonstration of the kidney wine mill and performance of bandwagon on the stage.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, I had a number of a couple of high.
I figure I get some close-up shots of this Ace. How often do you get to stand this close to one? So we have the back end of the Berkshire, and then we have the city of Lima. So let's go inside the car.
We already saw the trains.
How's he enjoying it? Loving it. Sounds like church. Are you still doing the Tomiana?
Yes, October 12th.
Oh, okay.
The bed folds out of the wall, and you have your own facilities.
Yeah, I found my spot.
You didn't have the old, curtains.
Right.
Right next to the Berkshire's tender.
Sections.
Nice.
There's a double bedroom, right, and then there's you can open this up into a suite with two like this on the other side. You have the Pullman blanket. Yeah.
Here's the back of the PA1, or they call it the PA4, because it's not quite a true PA1.
Yeah, see, it's opened up for
All right, here's a nice view of the car we were just in. And as a nickel plate guy, man, I'd love to own this car. And then we have the PA4, I guess you'll call it. Let's go walk the front of it. Here's the Star. My all-time favorite locomotive. And I said before, you can tell me there's better engines, bigger ones, more powerful. I don't care. To me, this is the locomotive. This is heading into the roundhouse. Neat little speeder. Look at that, it's got a crane on the trailer. This is cool. We're heading towards the back shops. I just discovered the Lehigh Valley Boxer. I didn't know it was back here. The machines in here are huge. All right, this thing is over 1 story tall. It's been a while since I've been in the shops, and I had forgotten just how big the place is. I believe that's an F8. Wow, this place is amazing. Thank you. Want to push her back? Yeah, Berkshire's not so easy.
Nice.
This is how they heat the wheel to put the tire tread on. Here they have Gandy dancer demonstrations. You can actually pick up the ties and whatnot. I love this painting. That is beautiful.
Oh. Oh, yeah, to pull the bunk down. That's what that one was. Your seats. The seats that were there, they pulled. Yeah.
Man, this is gorgeous. I could get used to living on this train.
Yeah, this isn't the same one.
It's pretty sweet. Lehigh Valley colors.
Every year we gotta pass Fix's Reward. So when they're puppies, what they do is they throw a bunch of toys out there. Whatever he shows the most interest in, that's what you use. My retired partner before him, she loved squeaky tennis balls. It's just what they use.
So he lives with you now,
Yes, ma'am.
at your house.
You know, our program, yeah, they keep some programs. They
I showed you inside his caboose last time I was here at Railfest, but I never get tired of going to cabooses. And I have to myself. I love this thing. Wouldn't you love to have one of these in your backyard? Here's the cupola. I'll spin slowly so I don't make it dizzy. If you ever wondered what the engine looks like in a 44 tonner, okay, I realize this isn't a train, but I am a British sports car enthusiast. And this is an Austin Healey Sprite, which is pretty similar to an MG Midget, which I used to drive when I was in high school, but mine was orange. All right, I'm home from Railfest, and man, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And I just want to share a quick some of the stuff I got. They got the souvenir hat with the Berkshire on it, the matching t-shirt, and also the mug with some information on the back about this Berkshire. And she was 80 years old this month of August. So that's pretty cool. And that's actually 759 is what made me fall in love with nickel plate and Berkshires. Because I was a little kid in the early 70s, somebody gave me a poster of that Berkshire, just full bore, and I'm like, I was sold. So ever since, that has been my favorite engine. Also, there's a group there handing out Nicholson Bridge postcards. And if you haven't been to this, wow. You go to Nicholson, it's a small little town, and in the valley is this massive bridge. And it's a little under a half mile long. And then beyond it, which a lot of people don't realize, there's actually a tunnel south of it. And that, I think it's a little longer. And it's not really accessible unless you know how to get there. And but the road that parallels it, you can see in the woods, like two concrete, just square buildings. Well, what they are, they're air shafts, but it's a big concrete wall around it, and there's a doorway. They weren't locked last time I was there, and it's a walkway, and you look down, and you can see the tracks way down in the tunnel. I also got this Operation Lifesaver pin. I've been wanting one of these. They were there, and they had a whole bunch of stuff to hand out. These are pretty cool. Steamtown has these cards of the various equipment, and they're numbered on the back. So I probably not even close to having all of these, but they had some extras of other ones. So I got the Lehigh Valley, what was that, business card that we had the little tour of. What's this? The Illinois Central 790. Not sure where that is. The Baldwin, you've seen that one. She does all the excursion runs. This locomotive used to do the long excursion runs. I think it had a major part failure. I don't remember quite exactly. Of course, the big boy. Everybody loves the big boy. The cool caboose, which does the the little yard runs that you saw. And of course, my favorite, the Berkshire in all her glory. So that's a nice handout. And I also want to tell you about this group. It's the National Museum of Industrial History. That sounds like a cool place. And I was talking to a guy that was representing the museum. Super nice guy. And he was telling me about $30 to drive their switcher engine. I said, that's a bargain. So I definitely want to get down there. I mean, if you just go up and down a track for $30, that's so cool. So this is definitely on my to-do list. So anything else I got? So, like I said, I just had a blast. And the highlight of my day probably was to get to ride that velocipede. I think that's how I pronounce it. And, it's hard to get the rhythm because you got to push forward while pulling back on your feet and vice versa. And there's no direction lever or anything. You just push yourself and just start cranking, and it goes forward. If you push yourself backwards, start cranking, starts going backwards. And be a good way to keep in shape. And that one there was, I talked to the guy who made it. He said about 2 months to make it. And boy, I wish he'd go in production. Might be one showing up in my backyard. But I don't know, it was just a blast. I've always wanted to ride one of those. So that was a cool treat. And I didn't ride anything else. I was just so busy, filming stuff. But I just want to thank the people of Steamtown for putting on this Railfest, and all the volunteers, and all the people came and volunteered time showing their equipment, the speeders, and people had model train displays you saw, and even there's a whole bunch of different groups under tents and stuff. I didn't get all of them on video, and but I just want to thank everyone who's there that just made this a special fun day. And I left around 3, I think. It started to rain, so hopefully it just sprinkled and stopped and didn't ruin the rest of the day. But yeah, I always just have fun down in Steamtown. So I'm looking forward to the next Railfest because there's always something interesting showing up for Railfest. All right, guys, you know the deal. Where you see me, pretty darn good chance you're going to see a train. Take care.